Hey stars, it's Kaylee. I'm actually going to be working on my childhood Samantha. I'm going to be sprucing her up and giving her some new life. I tried this once already and everything didn't completely go the way I wanted to, so I'm going to be redoing some of it and trying a few new things. Before we get started, please make sure to follow me over on my Instagram at agstar91. I'd love to connect with more of you. And remember to please also leave a like and a comment down below and subscribe to the channel. The support means so much to me. Let's get into it. Here she is, Miss Samantha, my very first doll that I got for Christmas in 1993. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to give her to a 2-year-old, but here we are. She has super loose limbs, even though I've tightened them once before, but I probably didn't do the best job, so we're going to work on that again. But the biggest problem is her hair. So I am very concerned about these missing wefts at the nape of her neck. I don't know what to do besides like a wig donation, but I don't feel confident in doing that and I am very nervous. So I'm going to just start by taking off her head and giving her hair a nice shampooing. So this is a shampoo I use. I just started out by getting her hair wet and working everything in with my fingertips, being super careful to stay away from her wig cap as much as I could because of how important and precious this doll is to me. I like to use the kitchen sink because it gives me more control and I can actually use the sprayer and see when everything runs clean. I do have a squirt bottle on hand for the little bit more, meticulous parts. I also like to use a toothbrush so that I can kind of maintain the bangs a little bit. I've seen other YouTubers do this, but I do use a doll hairbrush to get out the bigger tangles. But I'm just kind of going meticulously here, getting her completely ready, brushing that out so many times. So that I can get her completely, clean and ready. The next step is, of course, going to be to condition everything. So I just use the same conditioner that I use on my head and working it in with my fingertips again, spraying with the sprayer so that I can see when everything runs clear, and the toothbrush again. Then we're going to get her stuffing all out. I get this plastic bin ready by me so I can kind of contain all of her stuffing. And I wanted to use these thicker hair ties as I tighten her limbs because I'm hoping that this will maintain a little bit better. Again, she's a super old doll, so there's a lot that I have to do for her. Disclaimer, I am watching One Tree Hill in the background. I promise it's nothing inappropriate. I just felt like when I was editing it was so distracting. While I was working, I noticed she needed some more cleaning with a magic eraser, so I had that ready to go and wiping her off with a microfiber cloth and then pulling everything super tight again with the hair ties so that I can make her limbs as tight as I possibly can without restringing. I do notice that the stuffing kind of did not fit exactly well the last time, so I am being very meticulous and putting this in kind of the more crevices next to her legs and everything so that she kind of can help have a better shape. So I'm really hoping that that will help a little bit. I was really meticulous, so I used the back of a wooden spatula and this kind of bamboo skewer thing that came with some fluffing that I had gotten for a pillow, but putting everything in, following the curves of the fabric. But the biggest problem, I think, why my doll keeps getting loose limbs is actually this gap I'm about to show you here. The biggest reason is this gap. She has this gap in her legs, and I'm thinking that it's from age, but I don't really know. If you do, please let me know down below. Just making sure I get everything all together, all the stuffing exactly where I want it to be as best as I can. And then I'm going to put her head back on, make sure her neck is really tight, and we're going to start working on her hair. I have this Pleasant Company doll care kit from the 90s that I use, and I've got this little cape and these curlers and then the curling paper. Give her a good steam, just kind of relax the hair a little bit more and give her a good brushing. And then we're going to section off her hair so that the top is separate a little bit because she does have these kind of layers. And then you just put the little curling paper from the top and fold it in half and slide it down and then curl up the top and clip the curls. This is the process that the doll care kit comes with. So this is the method that I used because this is what I have. The other thing I had been doing is cutting the very, very little bit of ends. You can see I'm barely doing it. I did do this on that whole part of her hair, but I only showed a little bit. I didn't want to cut her hair, but I feel like it needed a little bit of life. So now I'm going to curl the top. I did have to do a lot of these curls more than once to try and get them to actually stay where I wanted them to. Because her hair was already so wet, but it needs to be wet, but maybe not this wet. But yeah, this process seemed to be, pretty easy, but I'm sure there's better methods. But it's very painstaking, and I wanted to give her some new love and a new do. And then I wanted to steam everything to kind of help it set. This is what I saw I Dream of Johnny do. Here she is, my beautiful Miss Samantha Parkington, my very first American Girl doll. She'll never be perfect, but she's perfect to me. Thanks for watching. Bye.